today's episode, we're testing out this oil extractor pump. I was seeing good reviews on it, and I'm getting a little lazy to constantly jack up my car for oil changes, so I figured why not give it a shot. Take the engine cover off. I always recommend taking the oil cap off, so that way when it sucks it out, it doesn't flood any of the vacuum. Let's see. Well, it's still mint, but I still change it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles just to be safe. Trying to do the largest diameter hose that will go down the dipstick, just so it's easiest for this contraption to work. So plug this in, and all we have to do here is open up this valve, connect it to the air compressor, and it should. All right, wow, that was very loud. It seemed to work pretty good. If you saw it first, I was having troubles getting it past this point, was because I didn't have it twist locked into here to make that connection nice and good. But overall, it seemed to work pretty well. Let's see how much oil we got in here. We got about 5.5 liters. Not really sure what that's to quarts. Let's see. I don't know. I'll do a conversion for you guys. But I think this car takes about 6 quarts, 5.8 quarts to be exact. I usually just do 6 because I'd rather have a tad bit more than not enough. There's always room for error with these cars. But I'm gonna let this air compressor recharge one more time and see if I can get a little bit more out of it. Tell you what, these new cars with their top mount oil filters are very convenient. 0 drip, it just drains right back into the oil pan. You could easily unthread it off. I use channel locks, which are frowned upon. You really should just get the proper nut, but you just need to snug them down with the gasket and they never leak on you. And then I usually just put the old ones in here. So you never know what to do with it once you get it out. Ooh, let's see if I can put you guys down. Pop that out. It's usually this gasket. Let's see if I can get, as I just say, how easy this stuff is. Nice and clean. Let me try and find a little. Have to, but if they give you a new gasket, you might as well use it. I'm sure this old one is in perfect shape. It would work again, but why not throw a freshie on? Get it all the way down to that bottom seat. I tend to trying to lubricate it with the residual oil, so that way when it squeezes in place, it doesn't tend to shift tear. Take this old gasket. Normally, I pre-fill these up with oil, but to be honest, I don't know if that really does anything because it's just going to drain right back down. You can see there's zero pulling, and I didn't use that extractor thing to suck around it. So I'm just gonna send it in dry and hope for the best. I don't think it will be too bad. Was there let's see. There we go. Hand tight, and take the channel locks. You don't do too much, just a little snug. That gasket will seal it up real good. So I'm gonna put you back up here and wait for that air compressor to finish filling itself up again. See, so we got about 5.5 liters out of the extractor. Let's bring this over here. Let's see if I can get this disconnected. There we go. It worked really well, to be honest with you. As you saw at first, I didn't have this thing up here tight enough, so I guess it wasn't causing a good siphon. But the second time around, you saw once I turned it back on, it just started pulling it right away. Yeah, keep in mind, I did drive the car prior to get it up to operating temperature, so the oil was more thinned out. I'm sure that helped a lot, because it is about 40 degrees out right now, so I'm sure 40-degree oil is a bit more thick and cold. I usually finish it off with it's good old Pennzoil. No rhyme or reason. Got it off Amazon. But let's get this bad unit topped off and see how we measure out on the dipstick. And of course, you can't top it off without me. See where we're at. It should be a little high now because this is still empty. So once I turn it on, I would imagine it's going to drop a little bit. Yep, yeah, it's slightly high, so let's give it a quick fire up. I'm always skeptical firing up without any oil in here, but nothing you could do about that, I guess. If you do, please leave a comment below, because I could be doing this completely wrong and destroying the motor, but there's always more of them out there. Let's go and try and jump this out without making a mess. I'm sure I'll manage to screw that up still. Let's see. I normally like to dump it back in the old containers. Pop this bad unit back out. Down the side. Oof. Yeah, maybe I should get one more. Can't hurt to use one of these oil absorbent things if I'm probably going to spill everywhere, so figured I'll prepare this time. This is kind of awkward to dump out now because I know this is going to start spilling. So there's two vents here if you want to hand pump it, and it is pouring out of there. Now keep in mind, I never read the instructions, so I probably fucked something up, but please let me know if you use one of these, if I did something wrong. Yeah, look at all that. Ooh, that is a ton of oil. Look at that go. Alright, that seems so bad. Wow. That's why I did it over the rocks. Let's see if I can get a that in there for now. Get more paper towels. Even got it all over my Crocs. But that's alright, it'll shine them up real good. So as I'm cleaning this up, overall it worked really well. Besides at the very end here, I did not have the plug-in tight enough at first, so it wasn't really drawing strong vacuum, but once I got that figured out, pulled it out real quick. I do got a pretty big air compressor, so if you got like one of them small 5-gallon jobbies, it may take a couple of cycles. I did have it at about 100, 110 psi of air pressure while blowing it through there. It does say you can go from 70 to 140, so I just thought 110-ish would be safe. Let's see if I can get this all cleaned up here. Overall, for the 90 bucks it costed, really not bad. I'm sure the more I use it and I actually understand how it works better, it won't make as much as a mess. But overall, I can't complain. I just don't understand why it came out of these areas. It seems a little strange, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? But until next time, peace.